Let's be honest. Have you noticed something strange about today's AI? It's smart, shockingly smart. But here's the truth no one really talks about. Artificial intelligence is still waiting for you. It never takes a step unless you say so. But what happens when AI stops waiting? What happens when you give it a goal and it takes over the entire mission by itself? Because that era has already begun. And if you think last year's AI was impressive, you haven't seen anything yet. What if the next AI doesn't just answer you, it acts on your behalf autonomously? For years, generative AI has felt magical. It can write essays, generate code, create artwork, all in seconds. But here's the catch. It's reactive. A brilliant assistant that sits quietly until your next command. ChatGPT doesn't wake up and decide to research your business. Midjourney doesn't suddenly paint a portrait of your dog on its own. They don't act, they wait. The truth is, we do all the heavy lifting. We write the prompts, we plan the steps, we copy, paste, and decide what comes next. Imagine a super talented intern who can do almost anything, but only when you micromanage every second of their day. But what if that intern suddenly learned to manage you? Welcome to the next evolutionary leap, Agentic AI. This isn't just a tool, it isn't just a chatbot. It's a digital worker that can think, plan, and act. You don't just give it instructions, you give it a mission, and it figures out everything else. This is the difference between handing a carpenter a hammer and hiring a master builder. With a hammer, you still have to measure, cut, and plan every detail. But a master builder? You say, I need a house. She handles the blueprint, orders the materials, manages the crew, and delivers the result. That is Agentic AI. Not just responding, but executing. How close are we to this? Much closer than you think. So, how does an AI suddenly start behaving like a partner instead of a tool? It comes down to 4 components that mimic the way humans think: perception, planning, action, and memory. First, perception. An agent doesn't just sit in a chat window. With your permission, it can scan your files, read your emails, monitor stock data, and understand your calendar. It builds a real-time picture of your world. Second, planning. Once it knows the goal, it starts breaking that goal down, not into prompts, into tasks. A large manager agent may even recruit sub-agents, one for research, one for writing, one for data, one for scheduling. A digital workforce working in parallel. Third, and this is the real breakthrough, action. Agents aren't limited to thinking, they can do. They can book flights through APIs, draft emails, fill in spreadsheets, pull financial reports, trigger automations, all with your approval. And fourth, memory. Every attempt, every outcome, every mistake gets logged, not as emotions, but as process improvement, just like a human team refining its workflow over time. Does this sound futuristic? Companies are using this today. This isn't some distant sci-fi future. It's already transforming industries right now. Finance teams use research agents to scan markets and generate first draft memos. Customer support teams use workflow agents to triage tickets automatically. Personal scheduling agents are quietly rolling out inside major platforms. Even your smart home is hinting at this shift. When Alexa recommends reordering groceries based on your habits, that's a primitive autonomous agent acting on patterns it has learned. But what of the most stunning examples? UPS Orion, a routing intelligence system that continuously evaluates traffic, weather, and delivery priorities, and then makes decisions on the fly. It saves UPS millions of miles every year. It is, in many ways, one of the world's first enterprise-scale AI agents. But if agents can act on their own, what stops them from going too far? Agentic AI is not just about speed. It's about something much bigger: responsibility transfer. The nature of work itself begins to change. We stop doing the tasks ourselves and start managing AI systems that do them for us. New digital roles appear: AI project leads, agent orchestrators, ethical supervisors. Meanwhile, personalization goes into overdrive. Imagine your AI building an entire vacation plan for you. Flights, hotels, activities, all tailored to your preferences. And all it asks at the end is approve. But with great autonomy comes great danger. Let's address the elephant in the room. If AI can act without waiting for your permission, who is responsible when something goes wrong? Is it the developer who built the system? The company that deployed it? Or you, the person who gave it a goal? Suddenly, accountability becomes messy. Then there's transparency. What if an agent takes an action and even the engineers can't fully explain why? The black box problem turns into a legal and ethical nightmare. And then there's manipulation. Imagine an agent that is optimizing for sales. It might discover that exploiting human bias is the fastest way to hit its targets. Without strong safeguards, efficiency can become dangerous. That's why the future must be human on the loop, not human out of the loop. Humans set the goals, define the ethics, approve the actions. Agents execute, but inside guardrails that we design. So, is this a breakthrough or a Pandora's box? Agentic AI marks a turning point. For decades, AI has answered our questions. Now it wants to fulfill our goals. We are entering an era where we don't just prompt AI, we manage it. Analysts predict that in the next few years, many enterprise apps will rely on autonomous agent components. It's powerful, it's promising, but it demands responsibility. So now the big question shifts to you. Should AI act on its own? Is this the future we want, or a step too far? Tell me what you think in the comments. If you're fascinated by the technologies reshaping our world, hit like, subscribe, and join us on this journey into the future we are building. Because, ready or not, Agentic AI is already here.